Good morning. Today's date is September 3rd, 2021. I'm your host today, Noah Kroner, and I'll be starting off with our weather satellite here, if it won't freeze on me. Let's pause once it gets to the day here. There we go. So we can kind of get a little picture of what's going on right now. Of course, in the morning, it's really cool this morning. We have the marine layer off the coast here with concentrated smoke to the north. We can see there isn't much activity to the east here at Bakersfield, nor to the southeast. It seems like there's not much activity on the satellite here. Going back once again through the IR in the early morning. Still see the fires burning up there, see a little bit of smoke movement, but doesn't look like it's moving towards us. As for our field conditions, we can see that it's pleasantly cool right now. Winds are from 140 at 4 knots, 6 miles visibility, haze and smoke, clear skies with a temperature of 17 and a dew point 7. Nice cool temperatures, 17 degrees Celsius, about 60, 62 degrees Fahrenheit. Almost standard altimeter setting here of 29 or 9 or 4. And we can see that, well, let's hope that the temperature stays pretty cool, at least for this morning. As for our forecast here, we can see at Bakersfield, the winds will be variable at 5 with plus 6 miles visibility, sky clear. Down in Oxnard, wind will be variable at 3, 6 miles of visibility. Looks like they'll have an overcast layer at 800 feet, little scattered layer at 1,200, and then throughout the day it'll move on to be a sky clear condition. Same with LAX, they're reporting an overcast layer, which will throughout the day it looks like it'll break up, go from 1,000 feet of overcast, 1,200 to broken, and then few 1,500. And nothing interesting going on at Fresno. As for our surface analysis chart, we can see we're using the correct forecast for this time. And there is a trough here, right over Bakersfield. The map's being a little bit frustrating right now. There we go. Trough right over Bakersfield, along with another trough to the southeast of us and a little low pressure down there that kind of splits this trough into two. See a cold front passing through Nevada here and a little stationary front over there. Looks like Arizona get a little bit of rain next to this high pressure area, but other than that, we shouldn't see anything. Looking at the Aviation Weather Center, we can get an idea of what are the current air mets, what's going on. We can see down the LAX area, LAX is reporting marginal conditions along with some IFR conditions over here. We have that big old IFR air met right there. Actually, there's a air met for turbulence high. Let's see if we can see what that is. Base at 27,000 feet, severity moderate, and tops at 40,000 feet. Smoke to the north of us, creating all this mountain obscuration with some of these IFR conditions. And then we also, interesting enough, have this line here, this blue line. And if I don't quite remember what that means, has something to do with icing or the freezing level. I'll have to look into that and I'll report it if we see it again. As for our winds, we can see that earlier this morning at 13Z, we'll look at our surface temperature here, which was about 67 degrees. And winds are from about 150 at 1 knots up until about 3,000 feet where it picks up to 150 at 6. As we climb up to 5,000 feet, it's about 240 at 7, 10,000 is about 290 at 9, and then we'll go all the way up to 15,000 feet, see 280 at 3. It starts to calm down a little bit here. As we move on to 19Z about noon, we can see that the winds, at least on the surface here, are pretty calm between 1 and 5 knots until we get to about 5,000 feet where it picks up to 250 at 10 knots. Seems like that's where the most wind is, about right there. And as we get up to 10,000 feet, it is 215 at 9 knots, and then 15,000 is 256 at 7. We can see on our chart over here, kind of what that looks like as we go up in altitude, the direction and severity. Not too bad as we climb. Well, that's it for your morning weather briefing. Please make sure to get an updated weather briefing before your flight and have a wonderful day.